Welcome to the Golda Chica tournament. Allow me to explain how the competition will run. There will be 3 matches played, all in third person with squads of 4 soldiers. There are 100 streamers that will be dropping in and out teams to win some of them 10 carat solid gold chickens. Each team gets points depending on how far they get, accumulated over them 3 matches team.
The server is initializing. It'll take just a few moments for it to start off. And while that happens, let's take a moment here to consider the playing trajectory that we had in the previous 2 matches. The first one, it was a bit of a one-sided affair, and we saw that the teams didn't actually go that far into one side or the other. They're claimed to take the loot. But as soon as the second plane hit, and it was kind of a middle trajectory, we did see a very even and fair spread out. But still, even with that in mind, we did see a lot of action in Rashok, a lot of action in Yasnaya. What do you think is going to happen with the third game? Do you think these teams have learned their from their mistakes and will be just kind of spreading out a bit thinner?
I would hope so. A lot of people got picked off right in the beginning, just jumping into the big towns instead of actually spreading out more, heading towards the coast. They had some opportunities there to go to places like Lippo and Primo, but nobody really made the run for it. They could have done it. They had time. But nobody made the risk, and they got picked off in the middle there. I'm hoping the circle actually goes to one of the big towns and ends there, because we've been seeing a lot of tree fights towards the end, and I want to see a big town fight.
Heck yes, we're probably going to be getting that one nice and handy. I'm pretty sure one of the towns is going to be riddled once again with players, but as you can watch right now, people are indeed connected. There's a whole swarm of streamers, of famous YouTubers, of people you tend to know from other places that are ready to bash their heads in just for your entertainment. Isn't that cool? What do you think, Cream? Would you have loved to be in this game?
Yes and no, because my competitive side comes out and I get a little heated in tournaments. I can't help it. I hate losing. I always try to not be so competitive, even when it's just for fun, but I wind up getting frustrated, and something always happens, because there's always that one group, like with Energetic Turtle and them, just absolutely tearing everybody apart. I would probably get a little heated getting picked off by them at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we will be watching the plane trajectory in just a few seconds there, so we will have a look at the map there just to see how it goes. But in the meantime, what we can hope for, I would hope for, is that you guys stick around, because the viewer matches are indeed coming up. As we just said just a few seconds ago, we will be watching you guys play. All of you guys that signed up for upward.gg, you will be going for it. And look at this trajectory. The whole north side is going to be ignored by the plane, but still, the military base, Novo, Milta Power, plenty of good places to loot. Even Rashok and of course Pachinki as well are places where you can drop. Prison as well, mansion could be a decent place to go. Lipovka, I'm not a big fan of it. What about you?
I actually love Lippo. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I went there so many times. I just love the fights. But I typically have a good time in Lippo. Sometimes it goes wrong, but if you win that fight in Lippo, you have a lot of compounds to hit up after that. And you're usually geared up. I would go Lippo to the prison, and I think forget what that compound is. That gated area, but I usually hit up those 3 spots with the plane going far east like that. I'd never go power plant anymore. That's always a nightmare for me.
You'd rather choose to avoid that place. I'm actually kind of handy if I go into the Milta Power. There goes the man, the myth, the legend himself, and not only him, but Mighty as well as their own teammates. They will be going to your favorite, their Primorsk. Trying to get geared up.
They have somebody. Is that one shot at just trailing them? I don't know what he's doing, but he's going in solo behind them. It looks like he tailed off a bit now, but they made a good move here going to Lippo, because it seems like there's not a lot of people around them, and they can pretty much loot this up quick and then head over to those compounds right to the west.
Good point, and they probably have a spawn car as well in one of the garages there in Lipovka, so they would have a handy time with it. Now, the only problem that they could have is facing off a directly western circle, and that's because there's a lot of teams, again, south of Yasnaya Polyana, which means that as they drive through, they're going to have a hard time going into it. So the best strategy that you see a lot of pro teams do is actually go towards the northern end of the map, close towards Stalbert, well, in between Stalbert and Yasnaya, and try and enter the circle from that angle there. And oof, we already see some action happening. Let's see what occurred. It looks like Champs did indeed do a bit of a damage with the car.
Somebody died from falling.
Yeah, that was a car kill. I'm pretty sure. You know, you sometimes get those crazy notifications, but it's actually I think it was the car kill. Yeah.
Oh, the circle has just popped up. I'm hoping it's going south to military. That's always a good fight.
Yeah.
Looks like Mighty Mouse and company are pretty much secure in Lippo. I don't think they have anybody with them.
Lippo sounds like a type of battery.
It's doing it. Yes.
You called it, and it is happening. We already see some fights close to Milta, so soon we're going to be showing you what's going on in there. There's another fight, of course, south of Ross Hawk. But in the meantime, it looks like the Milta one has actually taken some casualties. People dying at the hands of P92s. That is never a good news. If I get sniped with a Car 98 in the head, I get frustrated, sure. But if it's a P92, that hurts even that much more. It looks like, who was that? Who was that going to be? Mariamashi is going to be taking the first casualty with a weapon.
You know what I'm hoping to see right now? I'm really hoping that team in Novo, or one of those teams, camps that bridge. Or one of the bridges, because, you know, they have the option. But I would camp that eastern bridge set up with a few cars, because there's only, I think, one other team on that southern island. Yeah. Whatever team is in Novo right now has everything they want. That circle's going southern island completely. I'd be shocked if it doesn't. And they could set up on a bridge and just light people up as they try to cross.
Yep, that is something that we could potentially see here. Of course, maybe not as much bridge trolling that we would normally see as in normal games, where you have, I don't know, 3-4 teams spread out thin across the bridges trying to kick each other in. Perhaps this, because it's the third match, it's going to be for all the marbles, so we might not see that much action. But oh, look at this one, Justin Fisher TV taking some pot shots there in the distance.
Nice shots
against Battlemonster, and he is connecting that AK quite lethal at range, but slow bullet travel time means that it's very difficult to hit someone in a moving vehicle. Did Justin not spot that one enemy that was actually in the open? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he only has it 2 times on the AK, so it's not that great. He can kind of hit shots long range, but you really just shoot and pray, because you can't see anything that well with just 2 times on it, especially a car moving long range, or just a guy. I can barely see his name off in the distance, Monstar, just making a run for it. He at least hit some shots and put some damage in them.
Yep, true thing indeed. Let's have a look in the meantime here at other fights that might be happening. It does look like well, actually, it doesn't look like much is occurring at the minute. Looking at the map here, it looks like teams are fairly spread out. And as we said at the start of the game, they did love to go towards the southern side of Yasnaya. And the history is repeating itself, actually. A lot of teams still going to that area there. You do have some decent places to loot. Not a lot of them. You've got the shelter, you've got the big blue, perhaps the prison area. You can hold up some goodies. But that's pretty much about it. Of course, as a squad, you would be happy just trailing about doing the whole tour, I guess, of the southern part of the map.
Yeah, the southern area is pretty hectic to even loot right now. Actually, no, it's not as bad as I just thought it was. There's only teams to the southeast. The southwest seems pretty wide open, for the moment at least, because majority of the players are outside the circle, so they're going to have to be pushing in towards the whole Primo area and that bridge. Mighty Mouse and them are still in Lippo, just looting up. You would hope to be done by now, but they seem to be taking their sweet time. They're not too worried. They should have some boats around, and if they get some gas cans, they could pretty much just coast it around the island. They can actually go to the south side of military and just work their way up north, which I've done that a few times, and it works out pretty good.
Oh yeah. That is one way that is surefire to see your team through. The only one damage, of course, the only one consideration that you have to have into this one is the fact that there is the potential of a full squad firing on you and destroying your boat. But even if at that point you can jump out of the boat in good time, and once you're underwater, nothing can hit you. Literally nothing can hit you in PUBG, except for nades. Actually, nades do hit.
Yep.
But
nades
usually,
will connect.
Yeah, but usually you're at a distance that will not allow any nades to connect with you when you're on a boat. So yeah. There you go. Another team right here in the southwest
Stone
of the
Mountain.
island.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. No. Oh, is it? Perhaps.
I believe I just saw Stone Mountain's name.
There's a lot of tags in there.
Yeah.
It may or may not be, but yeah, they're also going to be very happy with their loot. They're currently close to the edge of the circle there, so they will also most definitely have some boats to work around outside that town. Man, there you go.
Oh, they're going right for the boat, just like I figured they might.
Oh yeah,
It's a good play. If you get if you stack up the gas cans and you got a boat nearby, I mean the boats do consume the gas pretty quick. I don't think that's changed much. But yeah, if you get a couple gas cans on you, you can just coast all the way down, which honestly, because they're hopping in the boat, they're probably going to go to the Southern military.
Yeah, and they will see themselves quite handy into the safety of the next one, which is not something that we can see about KS Demon. He's going to be knocked out and taken down by Rebel 1705. But then again, you can bet that his teammates are going to be going in for the retaliation, especially now that they know where their enemies are. You can see Jax proning in, spotting the ones that took down their own teammate. Now they're going to be holding an eye close to that one. Just waiting to see what the progression is, because Saburamaz needs to make a move towards the south side of Pachinki at some point. Once they run out of houses to loot, they're going to have to move in. And it looks like Minecraft Union and Saburamaz, they are actually making that move right now, and they're heading towards the church area. But Rebel, could he have spotted anyone just south of him?
He might have. I mean, he has a UMP, and I believe that's the M4 on his back. He can do a lot of work right here if he catches him in those houses, but it seems like he's just going to run off with his teammate and choose to not engage that, because I think they already lost 2. It's probably the smart play, just trying to make it to the later stages of the match. I can't see that name because of all the tags. Minecraft, there he is. Minecraft just kind of going prone in the grass. He's going to leave with his boy. And there, you have Mighty Mouse and company going just south as can be in the boats. Who was that? Fred just got ripped by an AK over by the lumber yard. I have no idea who did that. He's just dead in the grass.
Absolutely. And that's going to be the end of that one. But we do see Mighty Mouse and his boys making their way, as we said, with the boat on towards the military island. And it looks like they are approaching, or they might be approaching, the southern side of it. Now, they are close to Milta Power now, so of course they haven't managed to pull through that massive space. But look at the way the circle comes in. It does encapsulate the southern side as well. There's currently one team in there as well. I'm Gandhi with his boys are going to be getting off the boat on the south side.
Really hoping they're not going to cut west right now, because that is a terrible idea.
I'm sure they won't.
If they cut west, because just the way they're hugging that island, I'm getting the feeling they're going to do it. They're going to just run in the middle of like 5 teams that are hopefully not looking at the water. If they go the southern way, they're clear. They could just set up on military and nobody's there. You got that one group in the southwest somewhere, but odds are they aren't going to see them. Who is this? Oh, Stone Mountain and Company. Where did they just get off at? Oh, they got off. Where is that? I just completely lost where they are.
They're on the western bank of the southern island there. So.
I got you. All right.
Yeah. They're gonna be okay with their positioning. Pretty
here we
good
go.
in the next circle.
Mars Bar with a Car 98 looking at the bridge in Viva Las Vegas. They're going to set up on the bridge with Antimony, OP. They are going to do it. They're going to set up on this bridge area and hope they catch people crossing. But it looks like people are just saying screw it and jumping in the water instead of running across the bridge, which is interesting.
And you couldn't really blame them, considering that, right now the circle is so well enclosing the water area as well that there's not a problem. If you want to go and swim, you got plenty of time to do it until the next circle comes in. You're probably going to be in the safety of the next one as you go on the shoreline. So yeah, it's not a bad time. And there you go. Mighty choosing to go to Novo on the south side of the town. And they actually don't have anyone in here. There was a team in Novo.
Lucky.
But they did leave. Did they leave enough loot behind? And that's the question here.
Probably not.
They're going to need too much, though, because they are coming from Primorsk, so they should have at least something handy in their hands.
I mean, when you drop in Novo, you know it's a high loot area, and there's usually a lot of risk there. But when they drop there, I don't believe anybody dropped with them. And once you realize nobody's there with you, you kind of take your time going through all the containers. But some people are really sloppy looters, and they just leave containers loaded with medical and everything you could want because they're too much in a rush. And they seem to just went through there and went west towards the bridge area. And I was hoping Mighty Mouse and Company were going to go more southern, but they should be all right in Novo, working their way over to the middle of the island now.
Oh yeah, plenty of car spawns as well into Novo, so they can just grab one of them and perhaps work their way around the military base. they wouldn't have that much of an issue actually, because the military base has a lot of cover points. But let's have a
wow.
look here on the northern side of the western bridge. It looks like
The
Sofsky did
SKS.
spot an enemy there, and yes, he's got a very powerful gun to work with here. The SKS is super strong. If you hit your shots mid-range, it's even that much better. Long range, it becomes a bit of a nuisance because 7.62 is, as we said before, they have a very slow travel time. But the quick commander here is in a bit of a doozy. What are they going to do? How are they going to move? Here comes that chest that we were talking about, Cream.
Yeah, they're just making a run for it across the bridge now. Sofsky, it doesn't look like he has all the attachments on the SKS because that shot is really bouncing all over. I don't think he has the grip, that cheek pad. It looks like he has the compensator on the front. That's about it. But that gun is, it's not bad, you know, without all the attachments. But when you put everything on it, it's not as good as a Mini K, obviously. That thing's a laser beam. But the SKS, with all those attachments thrown onto it, actually hits really well. Just really well.
Absolutely. And there you go. Next circle has revealed itself, and we can see that it's perfectly on the south side of the map. So as we look at it right now, we can see that plenty of teams are in it, but some of them are still on the northern side, on the northern shore. Now, that's to say that there is a bit of a spot in the northern side where that circle is hitting, but they kind of need to make their way in. And look at the whole slew of squads going towards the western bridge, dude.
Gandhi in the southwest actually just hopped in a boat and made a run for that crate. And nobody is there to contest him. And you actually have, I think, 3 teams in boats right now heading towards the southern island, a couple in cars trying to cross. I think there's a bridge fight actually going on the eastern side. If I saw that correctly, it looked like one team was trapped halfway across.
Yeah, well, we're kind of close to the eastern side bridge. Wow, I'm eating my words right here. It looks like both sides of the bridges. Yeah, both bridges actually have plenty of action happening right now. So we're going to be sticking around with the eastern front right now, where there's currently some action going down on the south side of it. Let's have a look once again, see what's going down in that area there.
Oh, here we go. We're heading over to it now. It looks like that one group that originally started in Novo has that eastern bridge locked down pretty well. One teammate went down that was trying to cross. Looks like his boy is kind of trapped. Yeah, there they are. They're just holding it down. You got one in the dump truck, a couple behind those sandbags. Oh, he's just gunning it across in the bike. Oh my.
Sobski with the last chance to stay alive. Your 8x on that Mini 14 is not going to be going in handy, so Sobski decides to get out of the car.
I don't know what the goal. He had an SKS with the 8 times and he guns it in a car. I don't understand that, but it's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, well, it does happen after all. Sobski's going to be knocked out and taken down. So there you go. That's going to be the end of him and his boys. Unfortunately, still on this bank, on this side, there's not much action happening. There is a squad making their way on foot, though, that we're looking at here, and they might just be spotted themselves. Yes, Cameron has been spotted and will be taken down quite soon there. You can see that Young has been looked at as well, but ooh, here comes a knockout against Jasper, a player that was very safe in the bane of that truck.
And young Jamie is set up here with, he has the SKS and an AK. He actually has a drop on Crit Commander. Beautiful shots right there, yeah. Took him down, no problem. And he only has a hollow on it. That's a really good shot.
Yeah. That is really good marksmanship coming in from young Jamie, putting down the screws against the Crit Commander. And there you go. The boys that were previously trolling or camping the bridge, well, they're going to be the ones in a hard spot now. I don't think they see this one coming. But, well, it's sure hit them hard. And now they're currently hiding behind that truck and inside of it.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck.
How much more can they stay there? They're going to have to start to move soon.
Well, yeah, young Jamie did a smart play there. He dropped one of their teammates, so now they're kind of worried, and then went back to revive his teammate. And, oh, yeah, they just got caught by somebody else. Stone Mountain from deep with a 4 times and a car 98. Drops Budemic? I missed the name. I think that was it. He has a nice angle on them on the hilltop, and young Jamie, I don't think he even sees them.
There you go. Gonna hold off his angle there, trying to capture more with his car 98, as you called it, 4x on it. A lot of chance to get himself some handy frags if they do dare peek in. But right now they're covering, they're trying to stay as safe as they can. Cameron takes in a bit of a damage there, a bit more than a bit of a damage. He's barely left alive, and he doesn't have a first aid kit to work with here, so that is that much more dangerous. He's going to be using his bandage. Young Jamie's going to have his back. And of course, it's going to be Stone Mountain on top of the hill there with the car 98 looking over at the same exact angle. So these boys on the bridge won't have it easy. No matter
I'm really
what they
hoping
do.
Stone looks over right now and catches them on the outside of the bridge because he has wide open shots on him. And I don't think he even realizes it. He can get a few kills right now without a problem. They're all set up just camping, not moving. It's exactly what you want right now.
Chewie looking behind him now. There's nobody coming in from that angle there. Nobody actually
They're just
entering from the
panicking.
backside or going
Yeah.
out from the backside. But
Oh, Chewie actually, he has it 8 times, but it's only on an M16, so
yeah,
he
talking
can't
about
do too
backsides.
much. Yeah.
He got booped in the back there. Taken down very low. So once again, this circle, as soon as it draws in, might just not see these boys in the safety of it. The guys that are currently in the truck there. They're going to have to make a move pretty soon. Right now is pretty much a war of attrition, just taking pot shots at one another, seeing who can dink down the resources of the other team first. Not a lot of chances to see this battle go to a finish, but we will be watching it. It's pretty interesting to see how Stone Mountain and the boys have turned this one, flipped this one all the way around against Chewie's boys, Chewie's squad.
Here we
They're
go.
just putting the screws on him. Nades are going to be flying in there, but they're going to be a bit too deep. Cameron's going to be trying to make a move. He's got low HP. Can he make a change out of this one? Can he get the crap out? It looks like they spotted him. They're going to be taking shots. It's going to be young Jamie that actually gets dinked out himself. Cameron, in the meantime, has some sort of a way out of it. Oh, young Jamie just barely makes it out. Is he going to be alive for long, though? Jasper holding off the angle there, cannot connect his shots.
I
It looks like
can't
Jamie
believe-
just will make it out, and so will Cameron.
He just holstered up and ran, and somehow every bullet completely missed him. Nobody connected. And Cameron Bones is still at the bridge. He's opting to stay. He could have left right there. He's trying to actually climb up right now and push them. I don't know if he's trying to hold them all up. Never mind. There goes that as he gets dropped by Jasper. Going to finish him off probably. And the rest of the boys scurried on up the hill. Oh, there's actually a couple people still on the beach side. I'm just seeing that.
True. This might just be an interesting flank coming in. So
Yeah.
that's basically why you don't camp the bridge, because you can be caught between a rock and a hard place, and there's not much cover. There is, of course, you can hide behind the pillars, you can hide behind the truck, but when there's time to move, once you're out of that bridge area, you're going to be in a very, very open position. So we
Yeah.
can see Trickster here actually coming in and getting that loot. Cannot see too close what it is right now. Might have been an MK14. We'll go back and watch that one in a second here.
Stone Mountain
so-
still up top with the car 98,
Yeah.
just trying to pick people off.
But at least his full team made their way out, and they
They
have.
did.
Yeah. Oh, it's an M249 that Trickster has. Ooh, there goes the laser beam that we were talking about first game. It's gonna come in very handy if they choose
Where
to
is
pin down
Mighty
that
Mouse?
squad.
Are they still? Oh yeah, the whole squad is still kicking there. I believe it looks like they went to the southern side.
Yeah, no, they're close to the
Yeah.
observatory, close to the big hill. They're outside of Nova. They just exited Nova basically now, and they're going to be making their way towards the military base. But they are making their way through the best
Yeah,
terrain
this is the better. This is
possible.
the better way to go. Going
Absolutely.
south from Novo and then working west because you're gonna run into less people. Sometimes you get unlucky and there's a person all the way up at that observatory just camping, hoping. That's not a word. Hoping to pick somebody off as they run by. But it looks like they're gonna be okay. I don't
Yeah,
know
they're-
why Tig Biddies and Cope are running north now.
And they're
but,
going to 2+2 because that bike won't be able to hold all of them in. But we're
okay.
seeing some shots go in here. Justin's going to be knocked out. And it's going to be Vestoria that goes in for the peak butt. One shot, it gets the kill. Vestoria still has enemies to work against here. They know exactly where they are, but they cannot take the shots as they're underwater. The sneaky water won't let you do anything. One shot, it tries to go for the cheeky crouch shot. It's not going to be working, mate. They fixed that one. I'm sorry. He dares to go for it regardless. No, there's not going to be a frag happening. I'm sorry to tell you, one shot. But yeah, it looks like Balamonster and his own team are going to be his own teammate will try to go for a side flank there, but they will be easily spotted by Westora in one shot.
Yeah, this is a very rough spot to be in, having to push up the coast side when a team already knows you're coming. You basically have to hope that they don't hit any shots because you have pretty much no options. You have to run up an open area, up the hillside where they're already looking. And it looks like based on the next circle, the way this is going, it's going to go more towards military. Last game I say I was shocked that the circle comes back their way with Mighty Mouse, and it did. So you never know. They could get lucky here and they get to hang out for a bit.
Yeah. And hang out is the best choice at the moment. The second they don't really have an option. It will make it on the other side of these rocks, so they could have an easy access into the island. If they go all the way around to their right there, as you can see, there is a bit of an opening there. Those rocks can be easily climbed. But it looks like their enemies are relenting right now. They're giving a bit of a breather. Perhaps not a lot of ammunition on them. Let's see what else is happening as the circle does draw closer.
Oh my god, it did it again.
And the circle is actually on them. Oh, there's a bit of a flag with it. They're now,
That's 2 games straight that's happened where it should not have done that, and it did it.
And oh, look at this one. Plenty of teams. 45 people left alive as we go.
That's a lot.
Yeah, as we go late game. Pretty soon we're going to be going in late game with that circle. A lot of teams left alive. That actually shows that positional play is quite important, and most of the players here know how to work this game to stay alive into this one. That's pretty handy. Decisions like bridge camping, not necessarily the best option. That's why that team got, well, dinked down to, burned down to a crisp. There's still 2 members left alive from that one, I think. When we left them, there were. But there you go. Positional play is that much more important, just to set yourself into a nice place.
Oh, we have virtually Vane moving up now at Mighty Mouse, where that group is stuck on the coast.
Oh, they're joining the fun.
Yeah, it's a party now. One shot actually just took out Battle Monster. Viva Las Vegas got another. Mars Bar just went down. This is the Death Circle action starting to pop off all around. Vane is going prone right now. Probably going to line up a shot on Top Shot. There you go. Waiting for it. Not connecting with any of it, but he has a beautiful angle on that whole squad. I don't think he knows they're all over there to the left.
I don't think he's got any idea of what's going on here, but the shots are pouring in there, and they're quite dominating indeed. Virtually Vane going for the big ace sprays. Not connected just yet, but he is prone in a very safe position there. Top Shot manages, or does he? Does he manage to spot his enemies? Yeah, he would definitely have an idea where Mighty is shooting from. Mighty, look at him. He's not even proning. He's not even crouching. This guy is like, okay, now he decides to crouch. But he was just standing tall, standing straight there. This guy has no chill. Now he goes to the prone. Maybe he just heard me or something. He will be going for a bit more of a positional play. Oof, now getting shot at, so they're going to have to make a move.
Yeah, I believe that was the team stuck in the rocks on that little coastal reef. I don't know why they're still there, but I guess they're stuck. It looks like there's a team a little bit more to the west of them. Those purple tags that have a beautiful angle on them. They're in a very rough spot. They can't move. They're stuck swimming in the water. You got Mighty Mouse and Vane. It looks like, oh, Coop Diddy just went down.
Yeah, Kramer knocked him out with a mini 14 there. Handy shot. Very beautiful stuff indeed. And it will be him going down, but the chance for a res is there. They're not currently being peeked in from any other perspective, so Revive will be coming in shortly as Tit Biggies.
Circle's currently pushing in, so whoever's outside needs to be making some moves, or they're going to get stuck outside and actually drop by it. We saw a bunch of people in the last match stuck in fights, and the Circle just swept in and finished them off.
No, and Smaestron, the leader, the man with the big mouth, couldn't hold it on much longer. Goes down finally there, but his squad is still alive. They're going to be still sticking around for the victory, for that chicken. The golden one, mind you, if you're watching at home. And just to remind you, once again, if you're just tuning in, Uproar are putting together some really nice prizes.
Oh, we got a team
so guys,
right
don't forget to head over to uproar.gg/store to get in those handy loots. But yeah, going back into the map, going back into the action, it does look like Vane will be the nice guy here, the African rebel.
Oh,
out of all
Mouse!
the people in the world.
What did you do?
What? Well, I mean,
I just watched him jump off the cliff.
That just happened. Maybe he saw an enemy down there and he went for the armbar.
What? Like, all I saw was his name go flying. What? Why did he do that?
Well, let's not dwell on it too much. I'm sure that he's he's confused at the moment as well. It kind of happens when you play close to the cliffs. There, you can have a bit of a slip at the foot, and that's gonna be the end of you. But yeah, one member taken away from Mighty Mouse's squad. Still, the African Rebel still alive there with his own teammates, but they're not the ones that are actually going in aggressive. It's gonna be Top Shot holding on to the angle there. Tit Biggies doesn't have an easy moment. Man, I almost said his name the other way around, which wouldn't be a problem, of course. This is, it's all about the fun times. And oh, look at Virtually Vane going in like a tiger. The African Rebel strikes again
in the
grass. Like well, we wouldn't say a snake, of course. He said he's not a snake, he's more of a tiger. But now the tiger is taking shots himself, and he's gonna get knocked out by Kramer. This guy is absolutely wrecking house. Kramer is putting on the screws against Virtually Vane and his own team. Can he be rezzed? I don't think so. His teammates are quite far.
Yeah, Tig Bitties is pretty far away, and he has to make a decent run over to Vane. It's not looking good. Vane has to stop crawling if he hopes to get picked up. I don't think he cares. Is he going for the bush? Yep. He's going to hide in the bush now. Top Shot finally pushing up. I don't know how this man's still alive. He's been fighting on that coast for like 15 minutes, and he's still kicking.
Yeah, he's still got some beans left at him, and he's not only got some beans, but he's got some good shots as well. He goes in for the headshot towards Barrel. He's going to be finding it as well now. Top Shot might have just not spotted his own enemy being knocked out close to him, or might have just have indeed, but there goes Virtually Vane. He's going to be dying pretty soon. No chance for a res right now as Top Shot tries to make his way inside the safety of the circle. Has to check on all his angles. His teammate is close to him as well, but they're low on HP, and they need to make a move about now. Smoke's deployed, and Top Shot, well, he's going to get Top Shot at himself there. Neuro's still alive, though. Barely with 10 HP as he goes into a bit of an open area. This is not going to come in very handy for him at all.
Kobe
He actually gets the frag.
Yep.
Neuro gets the freaking low on HP as he was, and now he dies outside the play zone.
Ooh, one shot. It gets ripped right there by an SKS. Just in Minnesota, just going prone in the grass. He has a teammate a little over to the east. I think the rest of his squad's been picked off. Do we have anybody else left, like Stone Mountain and company? Or is everybody done?
Sure.
I think everybody, yeah. I think they all got picked off.
Yeah, it does seem like it. Does look like there's still a full squad or two full squads on the western side of this blue. And as they try to make their way into the safety of the white, which is on the opposite end of where they are, I think there's going to be quite a battle happening. We'll head on closer to them. So far, nobody fighting just yet, but look at where the next circle is going to drop into. It's going to be a fully opened area right about there where Vestora is. Stone Mountain now is going to be deciding to leave the compound that they're in. They do have a dossier to work with here. Late game, sure, you don't want to use the dossier to get spotted, but considering it's so late in the game, you're going to get spotted regardless. So might as well make your way into the safety of the next one. They're making sure that their angles are checked. They're making sure that nobody is around them. They know that there are enemies close to them, so they don't want to run into them as the seconds drawing closing. 14 seconds left now, and they'll have to make their move in.
Yeah, they have to make a move now. You don't want to get stuck at the last second with a team right in front of you when you basically have to move through them, because the circle's going to swoop right in when you're in the midst of a fight and pretty much drop you. There's also two more guys that are kind of wild cards over there. You got Crispier and Raptor, which we've already seen them put in a lot of work. They're pushing him behind them. Beautiful shot by Trickster there, dropping one. But now he's got to get to the circle, and they're not paying attention. Young Jamie is also taking damage from that circle. Trickster's going to go down. This is exactly what I was talking about. You can't get caught up in a fight.
Yeah, exactly. And they are taking the dossier. Indeed, they're going to bail on forward as well. Looks like Stone Mountain ditches on his own, but he didn't really have a choice to do anything else.
He runs him over
with the vehicle kills. He's going to be brought down to nothing by Little GDP, though. And Little GDP now with 1 HP himself goes in for the pot shots. He's connecting beautifully, but now he gets knocked out. Raptor the Raptor does his job, and that's going to be the end of it. It's going to be once again the Titanium Babies taking match number 3. Crispier, Raptor the Raptor, Smacytron, and Energetic Turtle. Fantastic effort out of them. Crispier with 6 frags and Raptor with 5 of his own. Not teabag, if I can say so myself. And they might just be, we don't have the points just yet, guys. So they might just be the winners. We don't know for sure, but we're going to find out pretty soon. But yeah, have a look at the scoreboard there. Jasper also getting 7 frags for himself. We do see plenty of frags on top of the top from 6 to 10. Yeah, Top Shot also getting 7 frags. Very decent performance there by him. Viva Las Vegas and Antimony as well, 4 and 3 respectively. Fierce as well with 3. A well-balanced game, I must say. Much more balanced than we've seen previously, Cream.
Can I say I'm surprised? Mighty Mouse and Vane, zeros across the board right there. They didn't get anybody. I thought they actually got a few. And turns out they didn't. And Energetic Turtle last match, he got 8 kills. This match, 0. Looks like he actually got carried this time around.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah, Stone Mountain Company, honestly, if they didn't get caught in the circle right there in that final fight, I think they might have had that.
Yeah, good point. And I don't know who this Crispier dude is. I've never heard about him or of him before, but something tells me that he's got a lot of potential. We've seen, like, from what I've seen and how he played the game and the way he was moving around the map, like his awareness is pretty down to a crisp, if I will be allowed to say that.
Did you say Crispier was crisp?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of kind of understandable, isn't it? That comes along with itself. But yeah, let's let's not dwell too much. Cream is safe taking shots at me because he doesn't have a webcam on, so he has the protection of anonymity, so to speak. Well, you don't really have that. You're a pretty famous YouTuber and streamer yourself, Cream. So yeah. But anyway, let's talk back about the game. Let's have a thought about it. Once again, a fantastic performance coming in from Titanium Babies, but all the rest of the teams put in a lot of great effort. We've seen a lot more tactical plays. The only thing that I would criticize was that one team that decided to bridge troll, which is not something that you see in competitive play. But other than that, we've seen some really good kills, some very good positional games, and very good use of utility as well. We saw a lot of smokes being deployed at the start of the late game there, Green.
Yeah, there's a lot of great plays going on. The play I'm confused by the most, I need to know what happened was when Mighty Mouse jumped off that cliff. I need to know what happened at the end right there. Because they were looking all right, then all of a sudden Mighty Mouse jumps off a rock. There's right there at the end, who was that? Was that Minnesota something? Was that the guy's name at the end hitting those beautiful shots? I think he got Raptor and somebody else, just in Minnesota. I might be mixing those names up, but there was a lot of great plays right there at the end.
Yeah, true. We did witness a fantastic match, and it's not over, guys. Remember, we're going to be coming in with the viewer matches, and the African drug lord himself is going to be coming in to cast this one with Cream. So, dudes, don't go anywhere. For you, yours truly, Papa Boogie, wishes you a very, very good night, and I'm going to be joining you in the ranks there in Twitch chat, watching the rest of the games myself. Until the next time. It has been a pleasure bringing you Uproar matches tonight. And once again, thank you so much for the follows on Twitter. Much appreciated, guys. And wishing you a good night and seeing you in chat in just a few minutes.
Hello, gamers. I just wanted to tell you about Uproar.gg, where you can win real-world loot for playing your favorite games such as Dota 2, League of Legends, Smite, Paladins, Destiny 2, Vainglory, and more. Don't be a scrub. Start winning real-world loot at Uproar.gg for playing your favorite games.